Greetings YouTube and welcome back to my channel. I have just had a lovely breakfast with my host, talking to each other via the joys of Google Translate. Where would we be without that? And yes, she didn't speak a word of English and I didn't speak a word of French, so it was interesting, but we managed to converse. And I now have 500 miles and approximately 11 hours again ahead of me to get to Burgos in Spain. It's going to be a big day, but nowhere near as big as the following day. Anyway, get the destination into the sat nav and be on our way. Let's have it. Okay folks, so I have just spent 10 minutes trying to get the Nav6 to recognise the address in Burgos I'm heading to in Spain. It's having none of it, but Google Maps is on it, so that's going to be my sat nav of choice, as I think it always should be. It seems like I'm always going to be running two systems. Anyway, during that time, post lovely breakfast and chat with the host at the Airbnb, I have managed to get completely frozen because all my clothes and gloves and everything are still wet from last night, because it really was horrendous weather last night as I rode into Naveil. And sure what I'm doing at the minute, bear with me. Yeah, and the Alpine Dry Star suit that I have should be called Soggy Star, I think, because it's wet. It's okay in a shower, but prolonged rain and it all comes in. And my Dry Star gloves exactly the same. So yeah, I don't know. The only thing that seems to work, and I should have put it on yesterday, was my old rubber Harley Davidson one-piece suit that I usually put on over the top of everything, but as it was dark and it was late and I was just riding when it started raining, I thought I'd just tough it out, but that was a mistake, I think. Anyway, the forecast for this area is 50% chance of rain at the moment, but I'm heading south, so hopefully I'm heading towards sunshine. Now, one thing I have realised whilst sat on the bed last night downloading files and getting myself organised was I haven't left myself enough time tomorrow for the ferry. I think my ferry tomorrow is something like 3:30, something like that, and you're supposed to get there an hour ahead of sailing time, and obviously I've got to find it at the port and everything. And I've just last night did a search, which I must have done when I was arranging all this trip, but you know, nobody's perfect, particularly me. And it's 594 miles from Burgos, Spain to Algeciras, and it's saying 8.5 hours, so in reality that's more like 12 hours if I take it easy, and if I just ride like there's no tomorrow, and by that I don't mean going fast, I just mean barely stopping. I don't know who's got the right of way here, presumably the lorry. Yeah, if I ride tomorrow like there's, you know, no stopping or anything, I think I've got to set off about 4 in the morning, so that's always a little bit tricky, staying at an Airbnb where it's somebody's home and they've let you in and you've got to get out again. But I'll have to explain to them, probably via Google Translate again, that I have to set off mega early, otherwise I'm going to miss the boat to Africa, to Morocco, and that I do not want to happen, because everything is on such a kind of tight schedule, which is the problem with juggling everything and doing this stuff around other commitments. But I will work it out, I'm sure. What I need to do at the moment though is warm up a bit, which I don't think is going to happen until I get a few hundred miles under my belt and I start heading south. Hopefully it's going to get warm. Anyway, we'll see. Still, I hope you're enjoying coming along for the ride. I'm enjoying doing it, even though I'm cold, I'm wet and I'm tired, and I woke up with a stinking headache this morning, which I seem to have shifted, which is I've just gone down the wrong road. How much is that going to add to it? I don't know, I think I'll turn round. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying coming along. It is a pleasure, even though it's quite hard at times. But, you know, if it wasn't a pleasure, I wouldn't be doing it. And if you do enjoy it, please subscribe and like the video and all that stuff, because it helps keep the channel going. It's just 13.5 degrees at the minute, so it feels quite chilly. I'm hoping that's going to get warmer with every mile that I proceed south. But it's nice not to be on a péage at the moment. It's an N road, so it's still fairly main, not a D road. It's the D roads I really like in France. But this is good. The sun has put in an appearance. Very welcome it is too. Quintessentially French roads with the plane trees creating a gorgeous avenue. Lovely colours. It smells really fresh from all the rain last night. Fortunately, the clouds in the distance look like there maybe more rain to come, but hopefully I'm going to miss it. Gear is still soggy. The gloves are particularly unpleasant at the moment, as is the crotch of my riding trousers. However, my thinking is I'm heading hopefully into warmer weather. The wind is going to be drying it. I'm just going to tough it out for the next hour or so that the stuff dries. If I put wet gloves, and I could have, you know, changed into different trousers, albeit not riding trousers, and stuck the wet stuff away in my pannier, it'd still be soggy when I get it out later tonight, and then tomorrow it would start to smell and be horrid. So I figure best to use myself as a mobile clothesline and just suffer for a little bit and then feel much better in the long run. I can always have coffee to warm myself up in a bit. Anyway, the heated grips on the GSA are helping a lot, but if I could rate how cold my fingers feel at the minute, on a scale of 1 to 10, we're about 9, I think. They're not stinging and aching, but they're not far away. And then the insane thing is, am I still enjoying myself? And the answer is a resounding yes. I love it. I just love it. I'm on the bike. I've got a huge road trip ahead of me. I'm seeing things I've never seen before. What's not to like? Okay, the first toll of the day. There's going to be a lot of them, I'm sure, but it is a necessary evil. As I've said before, the focus of this trip is definitely Morocco, and getting there and getting back is just a case of getting there and getting back, literally. I would love to come back to Spain and explore the Pyrenees and spend a week or more doing that, and I will, and I'll bring you guys with me, but that's not for this trip. This trip is about Morocco, and I just have to get there. That's the main thing, and as I've already explained, it's going to be absolutely an insane day tomorrow, but that's okay. That's okay. So we're back onto the péage, and then I can get the speed up a bit and we can get some miles under our belt. At some point I'm going to have to stop for fuel within the next hour, I guess, and I'll use that as a chance to warm up with a coffee and whatever else I need. So it's €2.26 a litre for 95 octane unleaded, which I suppose is comparable to the UK at the moment. Everywhere's really expensive. Apparently in Morocco it's a little bit cheaper, but not much, which is surprising given that the cost of Airbnbs is so much less in Morocco. You know, last night's Airbnb cost me I think £36, something like that, and that included breakfast, which was very nice. And in Morocco, for an Airbnb including breakfast, we're looking at about £9, so considerably different. So I'm surprised if fuel is still going to be expensive. One thing I do know though, with petrol, tolls, accommodation and everything, motorcycle touring's not cheap, especially on a big bike, which is why at the risk of banging on about it, why the subscriber count matters, because being monetized by YouTube certainly helps to drive these things along. I don't know yet. Right, let's get a coffee and try and get warm. Cheers. I often think the bike runs on petrol and I run on coffee. And breakfast. Here's to breakfast number 2. Alright, let's get some miles under our belt. Well, I've been on the road for about 3 hours now. That sunshine I was looking forward to and allowing to warm me up has disappeared. The rain's back, so this rubber romper suit, as I call it, is going on because I've just about dried out and I don't want to get soaked again. I was making good progress until then, but what can you do? So probably what will happen is the minute I get all this on, the sun will come out. It's usually the way it works. But I think I will go with staying dry for a while. Oh, Spain seems a long way away at the moment, Morocco even further, but we are making progress. So it seems today's ride is turning into a bit of a challenge. Not only do Alpine Star Dry Star suits not keep you dry, LS2 helmets don't stay together because the visor has just fallen off. I've just been riding along for 20 minutes holding onto the side of my head because the screws come out. This is the first chance I've had to stop. This happened ages ago when I was doing the NC500 on an Africa Twin. Way back in the day, and I didn't have a toolkit with me, but I do have a toolkit with me now, so I should hopefully be able to put it back together. What a kerfuffle. It shows you always need to come prepared. Right, job done, courtesy of the Oxford toolkit. So it's just a little screw that holds the peak on the visor. and it comes loose. Luckily the tail doesn't go missing because it's held captive within a little plastic trim. But it's a faff. Just tried to get the other side off to see if I could check that was tight. That's anyway, I think we're back to business. Anyway, I'm going to get back going again. It's windy, it's wet, and I'm a long way to go. And it's saying liquid detected in the charging port. It's not happy. I'm hoping it's not going to cause it any damage. Gosh, look at the rain, the reality of riding through France in October. Anyway, hopefully further south I get, I'll get away from it. It's horrid. Let's get going. I need to get that dry before I get anywhere near the destination, because otherwise I'm not going to find where I'm staying tonight. It's felt like a long journey so far. It's been a challenge, but anyway, fuel, trying to eat something, and then try and sort my phone out if I can. So my conclusion so far regarding sat-navs and phones, etc. on a bike, is the phone's not a good idea. As soon as it rains, it stops working because it says water in the charging port. I've tried drying it out. I've now got it plugged into a power source here in the services. It's still not doing anything. So 1% on my phone, and it's nearly out of power. So at least the BMW is getting me to Burgos, and then I'll have to worry about sorting out where I'm going when I get there. Food anyway. So the sun seems to be coming out. Maybe it will dry everything out. I hope so. For nearly 9 hours, and most of the time that it's been like this, it's not very often that I say that I'm not enjoying myself, but I've probably reached the point where I'm not enjoying myself. In fact, the phone wouldn't charge at the last services, so I might have a dead phone, which means I won't be able to access tonight's Airbnb, and I've still got, what have I still got? 3 hours to go. Means it's all getting a little bit grim. Maybe it'll all turn around, maybe the sun just needs to shine, I don't know. But it feels a little bit grim at the moment. Anyway, let's get this next toll paid. Okay, and we'll carry on. happened since I last spoke to you. I've been riding through a lot of rain, and when I stopped at a toll, I don't know if you could hear me speaking, because it's quite difficult when I've not got the external mic connected, but you know, that was as close to not enjoying myself as I ever get on a motorcycle. Torrential rain. Not only that, the rain destroyed the phone charger, so I'm, you know, gladly riding on to Spain, but knowing that unless I can somehow get my phone charged, I won't be able to access the Airbnb or any of my destinations probably while I'm away in Morocco, or even charge up the GoPro whilst on the go. So it was all getting a little bit frantic, to be honest. Amongst all the panicking, I was even thinking at one point, you know what, I might have to even abandon this trip, because I'm completely stumped if my phone's damaged, because I didn't know whether the actual phone itself was damaged at one point. But the phone's okay, because I've just stopped in a petrol station. There's my shiny new charger, the GoPro's on charge, the phone is on charge, thank goodness. And somehow, somewhere around about the last toll, I seem to have passed into Spain. Now, I was expecting to go through passport control. I hope that's not a problem, but I'm definitely in Spain. And look, there's a blue sky and sunshine. Excuse me. So according to the BMW, I'm going to get there at 8:45. It's now 6:30. So that's another 2.25 hours. I've then got to actually locate the Airbnb. It's been a long day, and excuse me. And if my calculations are correct, I need to set off either 3 or 4 in the morning to make my ferry in time. So this has been a brutal day. Thank goodness there's a bit of sunshine now. The second that starts raining, I'm going to pull over and disconnect all this charging stuff. Can't afford to destroy another one. Anyway, happy days for now. Hello. So I've been thinking about all the things that haven't worked like they should do today. It's almost like I'm doing a name and shame here, but I'm just speaking to you, so my LS2 helmet, the visor disconnected itself, the screw came undone, as it's wont to do from time to time, so I had to pull over in the rain, get my Oxford toolkit out. Oxford toolkit works perfectly, by the way, and put that back together. My Alpine Star and his 3 dry star suit, or whatever it's called, has let water in. It's okay for a shower. It is not okay for anything more than a shower. My Harley Davidson rubber romper suit, which I purchased about 20 years ago and been all over Europe with, and all over the UK and everywhere else, works perfectly. Thank you, Harley Davidson. And the USB charger that failed in the heavy rain was an Ultimate Outdoors 100% waterproof USB charger. Not so 100% waterproof, but there you go. Right, bent over, and I'll continue enjoying this 12 or maybe 13 by the time I've finished our day. Of course, I really don't want to jinx it, but one piece of tech that has been performing flawlessly is my BMWR1200GSA. I absolutely love this bike. Please don't let me down. iPhone's done okay as well, to be fair. affiliation or sponsorship or anything from any of these manufacturers or brands. On the subject of what's been working and what hasn't, 2 bits of kit deserve a shout out. So far today, the BMW Navigator 6 has behaved itself perfectly, and the GoPro is being happy all day as well, so I'm gonna take small mercies wherever they are. Life on the road, eh? Well, would you believe it? No sooner did I say the GoPro's been behaving itself, it started to play up. So I had to take it out and get the battery out because it had frozen. The rain's setting back in again. I've still got an hour and 8 minutes according to Google Maps. So I've disconnected all my charging stuff because I don't want it to get wet. Hoping the phone will last for an hour and 8 minutes. It should do, I would think. Getting there slowly. Well, I've been on the bike for 13 hours. I'm froze to the bone. At least it's not raining. I'm in Burgos, and I have no idea where the Airbnb is. I'm going to try and sort that out now. I'm going to concentrate on that. Next I should talk to you, hopefully, will be from the Airbnb. All good fun. Okay, I found the place. It's in one of those buildings, but I've got to take myself around and park in the underground car park. The chap I'm staying with, who's very nice, said no problem with me leaving at about 4 AM. So I'll get the bike parked and then I'll get myself settled, and then I'll show you where I've been on the map. It's quite a journey. Second time round the block. Oh, that's okay. Luckily the bike will be securely parked, I think. And this is Burgos. Yeah, this is Burgos. Oh, it's been a long day. That's 13 and a half hours now ago I set off. My word. Right, this is the parking. It's 24-hour parking. So I should be able to get out. If I can't get out for whatever reason, then I'm going to have a problem with the ferry. So this is 24 hours. Pedestrian bit at the minute. It says no pedestrians, I don't know why people are doing that. I'll probably do that in the morning. Take a ticket. Thank you. I think it's safe to say. Stranger in a strange land.
Do you speak Spanish?
No.
Nothing?
No, sorry.
And where is?
English.
English?
English.
In where?
London.
Oh my God.
No sé si no es americano.
No, American, London.
London.
Europe.
And it's,
Do you see a museum?
do I what? Sorry.
Do you see a museum
No, I've just
of
arrived.
human evolution?
Just arrived. I've just arrived.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very impressive.
They were nice people. Just as well he spoke English, because I would have had no idea. No idea. I think I'm going to throw a lock around the bike tonight. Thank you, bye bye. I am so tired, I can't find the right key for the lock. It's been quite a day. I think we get out this way, to be honest. I'm not going to manage it another way. What a day! What a day! Right. Okay. Thank you.
¿Qué tal?
All good. Thank you.
Vale. Mejor, ¿no? Mejor ahí. Motocicleta.
Yes, all good. Yes, yeah, park. Underground. Yeah.
Vale.
Thank you.
Vale.
Gracias. Oh my gosh. Wow. Right, get myself sorted and then I'll get back to you. Okay, I finally had a shower and I'm going to go to bed. I've just looked up how long it's going to take me to get to the port of Algeciras tomorrow. It's 8.5 hours, so I've got to be there for 2. So I think playing safe, allowing for fuel stops and messing around like I have done today. I've got my alarm set for 2:45, hopefully on the road by, I don't know, 3:15, 3:30. It's going to be another killer, but the irony is once I get to Morocco, where I'm out of my comfort zone, so to speak, my days are going to be much easier. One day is 165 miles, obviously over far lesser roads at times, but I've got, I think, 594 miles to get to Algeciras tomorrow, and then if I make it to my first Airbnb in Morocco, then it's Chefchaouen, and I think that's about 1.5 hours from Tangier. So huge day. I should sleep well because I'm absolutely cream crackered. I've got the map out, but this is going to be a very slapdash quick show you because I can barely even see straight. So I started the day around here somewhere. I zapped down there. I then hightailed it down either this road or this road, I have no idea. All past Bordeaux, down into Spain. I crossed into Spain without even realising I'd done so. Then I came through here, and then I am now in Burgos, which I found a second ago. There it is. So I've worked my way down. It was kind of end roads, I think, mainly to there. In fact, I may have done that. And then tomorrow I've got to go all the way down there. Gosh, what a day I have ahead of me. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I was about to say half as much as I enjoyed making it. Now, most of it I did enjoy, but there were times where it was pushing the boundaries of my pleasure. So I really hope you enjoyed suffering with me. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. And I will see you in just a few hours' time. Bye bye.